All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Brianna. Thank you all for being here. Uh, my journey with Purium has been long and beautiful. It has helped me get where I am today, no doubt. I've been using the product for about 2 years. And when I started this, I didn't expect it to be so life-changing. I just thought I was going to drink a green shake and I was going to get my nutrients in, and the Biomedic, I thought it was a regular detox. The Biomedic completely changed my life. Allison and Alice changed my life. When you guys came in, I had no idea what I was signing up for, who I met, and the process that was going to unfold before my eyes. I'm forever grateful to you guys, honestly, for taking the time and approaching me. Always truly will be. The Biomedic completely changed my taste buds and the way that I thought, the way that I felt. And aside from food, it changed who I was. And I didn't realize how deeply affected I was by the microbiome in my gut. I had no idea that I needed that shift. And it completely took my life into a 180, so to speak. And so did the Power Shake, the Core 4 alone, and the Cleansar as well, along with the super aminos. And I honestly can't live without these products. I don't feel like I can trust anything else now that I've been taking them for so long. Definitely. And I'm honestly really excited to start my other ULT. So, Alice, if you would like to kind of share your story with the biome and the core 4 and just kind of how it helped you and things like.
Thank you so much, Bri. And we feel the same way about you. I'm so glad that we all aligned, and watching your transformation over 2 years has been such a beautiful thing to witness. You just shifting as a person and choosing all these amazing healthy routes, and going to fruitarianism, and just, it's so cool because this really does change the way you feel about yourself and the way that you look at your past addictions, and the way that you were so well, for me personally, I used food as a crux so much. I had a food addiction for sure. I just ate when I was bored, or I ate when I was feeling emotional. So this is wonderful because it helps your internal guidance figure out what you actually need and what you want. But thank you so much. My name is Alice, and I started this journey just over 2 years ago now, in London, UK. And for me, I'd always been on a kind of journey of exploration. Like, I wanted to figure out the hacks to get as healthy as you could be. I wanted a way also to free myself so that I could share something more aligned and help people tangibly. And there was a lead up to me finding these foods, and it was a series of, I was going to say unfortunate events, but it kind of was, I suppose, in that a lot of areas in my life fell apart completely, like destroyed. My marriage fell apart. I lost my job. I lost everything. So I moved back in with my parents, and I was broke. And I guess at the time I was really in victim mindset about it all. And it was difficult because I'd so relied on other people. I'd been very, very codependent. And I know a lot of people I speak to also have struggled with that. And I realized that I had to make a change in that moment. I was like, I cannot go on being this victim. I cannot continue being sick. I was heavily depressed. My anxiety was through the roof at this stage, and it had been ongoing, getting worse and worse. I had leaky gut problems too. So my gut was very it was damaged, and it was leaking into my bloodstream. So I was on the verge of getting an autoimmune disease at the time. I didn't know that, and I was on medications. But this had been 12 years. So when I get stressed or depressed or anxious, it gets worse. And so it was really bad at this point. So I literally got on my knees, and I was like, something has to come into my life because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've been vegan 7 years. How is it that I'm still sick? How is it that I'm not healing? I don't understand. And I didn't understand about gut health at this point. I'd never heard of it. I didn't understand about glyphosate. I hadn't really looked into the brain gut connection. And this angel Allison, out of nowhere seemingly, but I know that we definitely magnetized each other into our lives. She seemed to know what I was going through. And it was so wonderful for a woman who I didn't really know to reach out to me and say, I've got you. I can see that there's greatness in you. I want to work with you. I want to make sure you're okay. I've got something that is going to change your life. And she told me her story, which you're going to hear. And I was blown away. I was like, wait, food is the answer to my problems. What on earth? And then it kind of clicked. I was like, I've been addicted to vegan junk food for 7 years, and I'm wondering why I'm sick. I just ate vegan junk food day and night. I had a cannabis addiction. It was really sad. Like now, whew, it was a sad time. And I said yes right away. I was like, okay, I've been waiting for something. This has come in. I'm going to trust. And I just trusted Alison. I don't know why. I felt like I'd known her for such a long time. And she was so inspiring. And I was like, yes. And I ordered it and it came to my house. And it was incredible. And that's why I'm here today to testify about this, because it changed my life. And that's not to be taken lightly. I don't know where I'd be if I hadn't have found this, because in 3 days, my mental health had completely done a 360. I wasn't a victim anymore. I woke up and I felt like I could take on the world. And that is something I've never really felt before. I didn't realize that we could feel that level of motivation, of self-love. I started to look at my body and I saw it as this. I was like, wow, I have this body, this vessel that literally loves me so much, even though I've done all this untold damage to it. I was an alcoholic when I was younger, and I'm still healing today from all the damage, but it, it was amazing. And then I continued and I just felt better. And my parents were like, who is this girl in our house who's suddenly like happy? Like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. I have no reason to be happy, but I'm so happy to be alive. And Alison introduced me to this community of people all doing this. And I was like, oh my goodness, these are my people. I didn't feel alone anymore in the world. And I'd been so isolated. And come day 10, I stopped my medications. I've never taken them since, because my gut has not had a single problem. It was a miracle. And I'd always said to the doctors, I don't want to take them. There must be another way. And they'd say, no, this is it. You're going to have this forever. There's no cure for this. Leaky gut's just something that you're going to have to deal with. And then in 10 days, and of taking these incredible superfoods, it had all just disappeared. So I was hooked. I was obsessed. I was sharing it with everyone. I'd be in the supermarket talking about it, giving people information, because when you find something that changes your life so profoundly, you cannot help but shout it from the rooftop. So this is 2 years ago. I've been on this wild journey ever since. That it's brought me untold blessings in every area of my life, because I made the decision that day that I would change mine. And I stuck to it every single day, even when it was hard. But this decision was easy, and I wouldn't be here without Alison. A lot of people wouldn't be here because she's helped so many people just sharing this gift. And that's all this is: organic, raw dehydrated superfoods that completely shift your body, your acidic state into an alkaline one. It brings you everything that you've ever wanted. And that's why I think we're called the Transformation Company for a reason. But I would love now to pass this over to Alison, of whom like I owe my life to this woman. She's now a best friend of mine. I can't wait to come visit you in California next month. Very excited. So thank you all for listening to my tale.
Oh, thank you. I'm so honored to be here with you and Bri. I'm so honored 2 years in to be sharing our stories here. I will never forget the day we all connected and decided we're going to heal the world. And here we are. So, yeah, I started this. Purium came into my life kind of like where how Alice was saying, just I prayed for it and I didn't even know what it looked like. I didn't know that it looked like this ultimate lifestyle transformation or core four. I didn't know that it was, network marketing. I mean, that was something I was not even open to. But there's so many levels to how this changed my life. It came into my life for me as a gut repair because I was just open to this finally after years of medical route, after being put on my fifth medication that I was told I would also need for life. And knowing there had to be a way that like this is not normal how I feel, that I want to crawl into bed every single day that I come home from work, that I feel no energy, that I feel depressed all the time. Even though, I have two beautiful children, I was so I was really honestly, I didn't feel safe in my own stability. Like that's how I felt as a mother. It was not, it wasn't, I know I wasn't being, the best mother I can be. And that really meant a lot to me to be present and the best mother I can be. And the medications made me able to function, but I wasn't living in my body. I literally was so disconnected. And then Purium, like this ULT, it was an angel that shared it with me. She saw me with eczema. She didn't even know much about my mental health issues, but really just for my eczema, I started the gut repair because she was like, I helped my son and myself get off, like, not have eczema anymore. And it was, for that alone, like I was open to just trying it because I suffered with eczema, and no one could have predicted. No one could have prepared me for the transformation I experienced mentally and physically. So within like a few days too, my mental health just healed. Like I was just like I felt so good, and I really hadn't felt that since I was a kid. I really don't remember the last time I'd felt that good. And then, slowly other things started, like my sleep, and not slowly, quickly, my sleep improved. My my energy improved. I stopped needing coffee. I was able to go deeper into my own other healing that I hadn't been able to do because Purium makes it so easy to like fills in a lot of the gaps. Like if you want to, go deeper into raw vegan and going deeper into cleansing, like Purium just gave me the easy access to be able to unlock new levels to my healing. And within a few my basically I got off my medication over the course of that first winter, which I is usually the time I'm getting on medications more. It was like my midwinter was when I really didn't need medication anymore. I've been off of it for 3.5 years. I haven't looked back, and my eczema hasn't come back, and my health continues to improve. It's been 4 years. My husband did the transformation, and he had an incredible transformation from allergies and asthma, and lost 30 pounds, and he transformed his life. And I knew that I needed to share this with the world because there was just no thing in the world that I thought was more important than getting this into the hands of as many people. And that's why I reached out to Alice. I knew that Alice has a special gift to heal and reach people. And I thought, I didn't even know how much she was suffering personally. I just knew that she would be able to, we could, help people have access to this because we just don't know what we don't know. And I never had learned about all of these things. So I knew that this is something that people don't know about. They don't know about gut health. They don't know that they can heal themselves beyond their wildest imagination. They don't know that, organic, the importance of good quality ingredients, that we think we're eating well when if we're buying stuff at the grocery store, we just don't know what we're dealing with. And so, yeah, it's been a huge empowerment journey for me to step into my, like, heal myself. So that's the first thing. That was the first, step for everyone to be able to share this, is heal themselves. And then the other unlocked healing benefits are in helping others heal. So sharing this message, helping others, empower them. And that's how, I locked arms with Brianna and Alice. And I'm so grateful to be here.
Yes, I just like to bounce off of that. With the addictions and changing the lifestyle, that completely changed as well. Like it's the neurotransmitters that the biomedic allowed. Once you rebalance the gut microbiome, completely send all the signals. I didn't want to smoke weed. I didn't want to drink alcohol. I didn't want to eat junk food. I started fasting. Like my body's intuition completely kicked in. Like biologically, what we're supposed to do, my mind was allowing me to send those signals to my body rather than fighting cravings, fighting the wants, and going for the needs completely. And along with the cravings that left, it also led me to juicing and raw veganism and completely changing my life. I took phases and turns with those things. Yes, the coffee as well. Oh my goodness. My mom, whenever I got her to do her first core 4, completely dropped caffeine. She stopped drinking wine. She lost 30 pounds with her first 2 months of core 4s. And that was amazing alone. Like that helps with her diabetes, her blood pressure. She's not even diabetic anymore completely. Even the Epigenius dogs, when I started putting that in my dog's food, he completely changed his attitude, his anxiety. He stopped barking a lot at people. He's actually in the background, completely silent. And if I know a lot of y'all haven't met him, but that's not normal. He's more tolerable to people, same as well. And then with the lifestyle changes that came, my intuition kept wanting more and more healing, more healing. And then I found plant medicine and meditation, Reiki, all kinds of things. And it spiraled, and I can't live my life now without the path of healing. It's completely integrated into who I am, down to my hair and my makeup. I don't know if y'all have me on Instagram, but I talk about that a little bit too. And it's completely, even there was some weight loss that was welcomed. It wasn't expected. And along with the aminos as well, I didn't realize how much focus that I was able to have with the aminos. That mental acuity was completely life-changing. I mean, I remember how smart I was in school, in elementary school and middle school, more so than high school. Just my memory was quick, my recall was fast. I could look at something and remember completely everything on the page within seconds. And now with the aminos, that brings me back to, are you smarter than a fifth grader? No, not without my aminos. So definitely can't live without that. And then the power shake as well. Besides the fact that it's delicious, oh my goodness. Yes, that's 6 salads in one. I honestly have that for breakfast and lunch. I can't live without that, along with the juicing and eating raw here and there. I would say 50% there, but it's definitely the biomedic did that for me. The core 4 brought me to this place in my life. Like I never thought I'd be this person. Even before I went vegan, I never thought I was going to be vegan. I used to love, all of the animals. And then being vegan helped me with my ailments, asthma and allergies, and then Purium completely changed it. And I don't even know what sickness is now. And now I know when I am sick, I need a detox. And when I'm not, I did take a few months without biomedic. My depression completely came back. I tunneled back into this person that I knew I wasn't, that I knew I could not be anymore. So it just, for me to be here now with these girls, it's amazing, and I'm forever grateful, and I'm never going to look back. I'm never going to fall back to my old habits again, because my brain, my mind, my body won't allow it anymore. It's non-negotiable, completely. So we can touch off, Alice, if you want to talk, or Allison about, yeah, go ahead, Allison.
Okay, do you want? Okay, I would love to just add my little 2 cents on. I gained 60 pounds with my pregnancies, and the aminos tighten your skin. It is not a joke. Like I'm almost 40, and I feel that I'm younger. Like I'm reversing everything. So I mean, the aminos, mental acuity, and the skin tightening, muscle, everything. I mean, it works. And then the biomedic, like, is what I say is what got me off of my medications. This is literally the gut repair. So yeah, if you are depressed, or like Bri said, getting sick, things like that, this is not normal. We've normalized it. But this is, as we can see, when you're on it, and I will never go off of it. I'm like Bri, when I went off of it is when actually I needed to go off of it for a bit to remind myself of what life is like without it. My eczema started to come back after a while because I was off of it when we couldn't order it to Belize for a little bit. And I was like, oh my God, it is just life on, this is like the filter for your food. In the same way that you have to filter your water, you have to filter your food, and this removes the glyphosate from your body. Literally clinically proven. Power Shake, you touched on it a lot. I mean, it is just the best green juice in the world. I don't know what I would do without it. It's so convenient. I know I was traveling. It's just like how else would I be able to be juicing every day? No way. Like makes it so you can be consistent every day. And it's raw. It's living food. Yeah. Do you want to touch on Alice?
Yes, thank you. Oh my God, girls, you like covered it all, but I'd love to speak to Apothecary because it is one of my favorite things of all time. So this is our nightcap. Apothecary is incredible. It has the antioxidant count of 5 cups of organic blueberries and 1 tablespoon. It's thousands of organic tart cherries. So this is anti-inflammatory, so disease cannot thrive in the body. We have it like an hour before bed. It's delicious. And what it does is this particular cherry that we use has naturally occurring melatonin that is exactly the same as the melatonin that is created in our body, which is our sleep hormone. So this is melatonin from nature, so it can actually be absorbed and used by the body. And this is literally, I know Allison was on a lot of sleeping pills before she got onto this, but nothing now, because this is wild. It gets you into that deep REM sleep. We're watching screens all the time, we're stressed, we're eating poor diets, our melatonin drops as we get older, but this helps to reboot it. So you're going to dream and remember them. You can also lucid dream, which is wild. And I wake up every morning. I wake up very early in the morning, refreshed, ready to go to the beach and meditate to watch the sunrise. It's a game changer. So that's something that we have before bed, and it really changes the quality of your life when you get the necessary sleep to do all the repair work, because repair work happens in our sleep. So if we're not having good sleep, we're not able to actually regenerate our body. And I know, Bri, you really wanted to speak to Super Cleanser, so I'm going to open it to you, my love.
Yes. Oh my goodness, the cleanse R. Once I allowed the Core 4 to do its job and I was receiving those messages to go deeper with my cleansing, I then found the Cleanse R within the Purium products, and that is a parasite killer essentially. It is the only product that I know that has been thoroughly approved by, I think, 3 parties. That'll kill the parasites and their eggs as well. So I think of parasites as I would think of like an infestation. They're hard to avoid, they're hard to get rid of. And the first day that I took my 2 at 2 in the morning and 2 at night, my colon completely cleansed itself. And that was so liberating. And then after I was done with my first 10 days on, I didn't even know who I was. My attitude completely changed. I didn't realize how much parasites do manipulate your mood and the way that you think. They make you think, they make you believe that you want these foods. Biologically, we don't want to eat foods that are going to harm us. That's why ants walk right by hot Cheetos when they're laying on the floor. They don't want those things. We don't want those things either. But when we're cleaning ourselves and we're allowing those messages to be sent, our higher self, our biological intuition is going to tell us, you might think you want that on the tongue, but when it hits your stomach, it's not going to be the same as it would. And you're also going to know, you're going to feel it too a little bit more, the effects that those things are having on your body, the glyphosate, the processed foods, the preservatives, all types of things like that. Boxed foods don't look appealing to me anymore. And that's not to say like, that they don't to some people, but when you have allowed your body that garden to heal in, it's not going to want what like weeds, rose bushes, thorns, and things like that. It definitely that is the only thing that I know. My mom and my grandma actually took it as well, and their moods changed too dramatically. I was shocked. I don't know if they put it together. I think maybe now they have, because they've been without and they're back on now. But my grandmother, she's 73. She likes, her nightly wines, and she's very old school, from north, so she eats a lot of meat and things like that, which is fine for her. But it changed the way that she thought. And it changed, like, maybe I should have less, maybe I shouldn't have some this day, and things like that. So it definitely sent a lot of signals. When you're so stuck in like kind of say kind of in a rut, and you don't know how to say no to things that are bad for you, you might need a parasite cleanse. That's the best thing I could tell anybody. Like, biologically, you don't want that. So if your body and your brain is telling you that you're craving something that's not good for you, that's going to potentially harm you in the long run, that could be a parasite manipulating the way that you're thinking. And you might want to look into a parasite cleanse. And I would tell anybody that I love that, because I want anyone that I love or anyone that I meet to live a long time and be happy, you know, have a long life. Parasites don't want that for you. They want to eat all the bad stuff that you put in you, and they're going to survive off of anything. Even when you eat a little healthier, they're going to take away those nutrients as well. So, and it's hard also to avoid Roundup in the soil and things like that. Glyphosate is unfortunately preserved in a lot of farming ground. So even raw vegans I know can get raw roundworms and things like that, and tapeworms from potentially eating a bad carrot or a bad strawberry. You never know. So I would recommend a parasite cleanse monthly for anybody, truthfully, or even every couple months. Definitely.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Bri. That was so beautifully put. I couldn't have said it better myself. And especially now I'm here in Mexico, I do them even more regularly. But every diet, it doesn't matter if you're vegan, raw vegan, whatever you eat, you're still going to get parasites in your body. And when they eat the food that you eat, they defecate and it goes into your bloodstream. So you've got their toxins are going into your bloodstream too. So it's good to be aware of. It's nothing to be scared of, because we have super cleanser now to make sure that they are all gone. It's amazing. And like you said, it's a really gentle colon cleanse. It's not like a laxative. It's going to push out all the undigested waste in your body, and you're going to feel like a clear vessel. It's a whole different thing. And Gabby asked, is this safe while breastfeeding? And absolutely, I wanted to touch on that. This is all organic, purity tested food. In fact, it's the best thing ever to have when you're breastfeeding. But what we would recommend is the core 4 and barley grass, because this super cleanser, we don't recommend for people who are breastfeeding. They don't need to have parasite cleanses. It's herbs. So I'd recommend 2 core 4s and then barley grass to get the same effect without the parasite cleanse. But it's going to be amazing because all the nutrition transfers to your child, and that's exactly what you want. So thank you for that, Bri. And also with this cleanse, you get 3 different schedules that you can choose from on how to incorporate these foods. There's so many different products. We have 55 products. This is a lifestyle. We just integrate people into a 30-day introduction to get their body into a state where they're really a different person. They're feeling amazing. And then you can incorporate new things in. It's really, really flexible. So whoever brought you on this call, you can speak to them and talk about what schedule might work for you. And the support, like we've all been saying, it is overwhelmingly amazing. It's like nothing I've ever known. There's so much accountability. There are people to help you through it all there. But literally you make friends for life. I now live in Mexico with 2 girls I met through this. So we're always here to help you. And we also have nutritionists and geneticists on hand for any more nutritional based questions from the experts. There are several kits you can choose from depending on if you want more athletic based as well, or if you want more immune support. There's pretty much everything here. We can help tailor you to what you need. And now I'd like to thank everyone and just ask people if you have any questions for Bri, Alison, or myself, or about the cleanse itself, or about anything to do with this. We would love to open it up to people, even if you want to type it out. We're here now to answer anything that you may have.
Yes, feel free to ask some questions, and you can ask questions later too if you'd like.
Aura, my love, please unmute yourself.
Thank you. This has been amazing. Thank you so much, Brianna, for hosting this incredible Zoom, and Alice and Allison for sharing from the heart. Always so uplifting. Would you speak, Brianna, a little bit more about your relationship with weed? And I didn't think that it was something that was indicative to the lifestyle, though I'm open to your feedback.
Yes, thank you for asking. Nice to meet you as well, Aura. With the core 4, the first 30 days that I took it, that changed my cravings and things like that. But I was smoking heavily. I've been smoking probably every day for about 10 years. So when I was high, I was wanting the bad foods. I was wanting junk foods and things like that. So it was contradicting my cleanse, and it was also affecting my sleep. So even though I was drinking the apothecary, I was sleeping, but I was kind of more of a drunken sleep rather than a restful sleep. So my body was starting to become intolerable to marijuana as well, unfortunately, because I do think it's medicinal in some aspects, but I don't think as far as healing goes that it's I don't think it's going to help you progress unless you're using it with intention and occasionally, just like taking, like, how do you say, actually, I don't know what I compare that to. So yeah. And what was the other question you had with, what was it, alcohol or?
No, that was perfect. Like alcohol to me, like I know from Dave Sandoval that the only alcohol that's can be medicinal is considered to be tequila, I think, because it has agave in it. All other alcohols are a depressant. So yes, no, that's definitely a no-go for this lifestyle for sure.
Yes, definitely. I think we're trying to be here for a long and a good time. Yeah, definitely. All right, that's awesome. Great question, Aura.
Oh, well, thank you all so much for coming. You know, like Bri said, if you have any more questions after this, reach back out to the person that brought you on. They also have 25% off getting you started on this lifestyle, something that is just such a blessing that we get to help people with money off. It's so wonderful, and it's so inexpensive. It's $11 a day for 2 meals and snacks with the highest quality food on the planet. So it just is, it's a treasure for you and your life and the people around you, and everyone that tries this becomes obsessed and wants to share it with other people around them. So thank you all so much for coming, and please do reach out to Bri or whoever brought you on if you want to learn more. And we're going to also be saving this recording, so if you have other people you think would love to hear this and there's something in here that they'd find valuable, reach out and we can send that to you too.
Yay, thank you